Yo, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA here for you today on Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. We're going to have NBA player props, spreads, predictions here for you today. We got 5 picks that I think are great value bets for this Wednesday NBA slate. As always, we'd just like to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you guys are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. We're very, very close to guys. Let's get there today. We're about 6,980 subscribers, so we're like 20 subscribers away. So let's get that done today. Appreciate you guys. Show your support. You guys absolutely rock. Make sure you guys follow us over on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks for more picks and content. I post recaps, added plays, stuff like that on there. So definitely take advantage of that. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page as well. I'll link down below in the comment section and description for that. Great way to connect with our community, to access the chat, get more ideas for picks, things like that. So check that out down below. And also be sure to drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section as well. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it's time to do our recap from yesterday, guys. Another great day in the NBA. We continue to stay hot. We're 10-1 in our last 3 days in the NBA. Now we went 3-1 yesterday. That was our first loss in a few days. So we had Sabonis under 23.5 points, and he took it personal, guys. He went off for 30 plus, had an absolutely crazy monster game. I believe he almost cashed it over in the first half. So definitely pretty nasty on that. Not a great play there. But that was our only blemish. We cashed everything else. We had RJ Barrett over 7.5 rebounds and assists. He cashed this early third quarter. Absolutely easy cash on that. We cashed Marcus Smart over 14.5 points. This line moved up to 16.5 by the end of the day. Still cashed that as well. He finished with 23 points, so we'd like to see that. And then finally, we had our added play of Jeremy Grant under 3.5 rebounds. Guys, we've taken that 3 times in a row for plus money. He's cashed all 3 times. He finished with just two rebounds. I added that on our Twitter, YouTube, community tab, Discord. I put it wherever I could. Hopefully you guys saw that, took advantage of that. Another great day. We also cashed day 1 of our ladder challenge as well. Day 1 out of 5 of our 5K ladder challenge. So we put RJ Barrett and Jeremy Grant in there for our ladder. They cashed that, moved to day 2. We'll have that up later today. Another thing I wanted to say, guys, it's totally up to you. You don't have to do this, but I also release our plays early. I'm ahead of the video about an hour, 1 to 2 hours in advance of the video for our Straight Fire MVPs. You can sign up for that down below. It's the cost of about a coffee. It costs $3.99 per month if you guys are interested in that. Great way to support the channel as well, guys. If you guys end up having a monster day and you guys want to give back, it's a great way to do that. And you also get some value out of that by getting lines early, i.e. the Marcus Smart play yesterday moved a ton. So that would be one that, where it'd pay for that just in that line movement alone. So take advantage of that down below if you guys are interested. I wanted to give a shout out to Emil Pelletier for signing up as a Straight Fire MVP. I've been meaning to give him a shout out. So I appreciate that. And yeah, other than that, let's get after it today, guys. Let's do what we're here for. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we got Lou Dort. He hurt us the other day, guys. He's going to redeem us today. Over 15.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 110 odds on MGM. So Dort is actually over in 6 out of his last 10 games, 5 of his last 8 games on the road. His last 2 games versus the Miami Heat, he's posted logs at 25 and 21. Over his last 17 games overall, he's also over in 11 out of his last 17. That's a pretty solid hit rate overall. And this is a decent matchup for him. Miami allowing the 12th most points, the 19th most rebounds, the 3rd most assists to small forwards. So this is a very low line for Dort. Honestly, if he hits a couple threes like he should have done the other day, we'll be in pretty good shape here on this line. But I like how low it is, obviously. It's getting roughly 30 minutes per game. Really all we got to hope for is that he stays out of foul trouble. I think if he can do that, he will cash this over. I did like Jalen Williams again today. We took him over 25.5 PRAs. That line is the same again today. I think both are very playable. I like Dort a little bit more here. Just because of the positional matchup, a little better. This line's also lower. PropStatCash has this as a projection of 3.7 above his line. So PropStatCash has a projection of 19.2 versus 15.5. So that's well above the line, which we like seeing that. So hoping Dort can get this done fairly quick. I mean, you never know. You can get this done in the first half. We can be feeling really good. So love it there, guys, for our number 1 pick. We got Lou Dort over 15.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 110 odds here on BetMGM. Okay, and at number 2, Honestly, this is probably my favorite play of the day, guys. We got Kevin Huerter under 10.5 points here for the Sacramento Kings. Minus 113 odds on FanDuel. The trends are just way too strong on this, guys. He's under an 8 out of his last 10 games, 10 out of his last 10 games on the road here. And this isn't actually a great positional matchup. Believe it or not, the Hornets allowing the 9th fewest points to shooting guards. Props.cash with a negative 2.44 points projection here for Kevin Huerter. The big issue with Huerter, guys, lately has been his minutes. He just hasn't been playing a lot of minutes. 18 minutes per game over his last 9 games. I mean, yesterday was probably the most minutes he's played in a while, and he shot just 2 for 11. So he didn't exactly gain any trust from Mike Brown. Didn't particularly play great last night, which in the case of our bet here was good for us. Earlier this season, played the Hornets, had just 4 points in that meeting with Charlotte. So I don't see Huerter, his line to me should be like 8.5, would be more reasonable. 7.5, 8.5, 10.5 is just too high for me, way too high. And I just don't see him flying over this mark. It's not a good matchup. He's on the road where he's been terrible. They're on a back-to-back where he just played a lot of minutes. He didn't play well either. So like I said, not exactly gaining the trust of Mike Brown, playing just 18 minutes per game over his last 9 games. So I do love it there, guys, for number 2 pick. We're going Kevin Huerter under 10.5 points here for the Sacramento Kings. Minus 113 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we got the New Orleans Pelicans money line here versus the Golden State Warriors. Minus 110 here on DraftKings. Yeah, if you're going to give me even money for 2 teams that are heading in opposite directions, I will gladly take that. In their respective situation here, home and away. You got the Warriors' last 6 home games, guys. So 2-4. The wins came over the Pistons by 4 and the Magic by 6. So they have not been playing well at all, particularly at home. So obviously like that. And on the reverse side of that, you got the Pelicans playing terrific basketball on the road. Pelicans 7-game winning streak on the road, including blowout wins over the Kings twice, the Timberwolves, the Cavs, the Spurs, the Wizards, and then finally they beat the Hornets by 5 on the road. So they've not only been winning on the road, they've been blowing teams out. The other day, we took the Pelicans on a plus 3.5 versus the Kings on the road. They beat them by 33. The game was over at halftime. So I love the way the Pels are playing at home. Now Zion is listed as questionable for this game for the Pelicans, just so you guys know. So you guys might want to check that ahead of game time. But for me, even if Zion doesn't play, I still believe this Pelicans team can get this done versus this Warriors team that just honestly, I don't. They're just not it right now. They're not playing cohesive. There's a lot of issues. Kuminga, Kerr. Just a lot of different team issues that they're having. A lot of chemistry issues, and it's just hard to imagine them beating a great team that's rolling on the road like the Pelicans. So love it there for number 3 pick. We got the New Orleans Pelicans money line here versus the Golden State Warriors. Minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 4. Love this spot here, guys. We got Bruce Brown over 11.5 points here for the Indiana Pacers. Minus 115 odds on FanDuel. Like I said, love the spot here. Tyrese Halliburton is out, and I do hope he gets back, obviously, from injury. You don't like to see injuries, but with him being out, this is a great spot for Brown to go over. In 3 games without Halliburton this year, Bruce Brown has posted logs at 30, 17, and 3. Now, the game where he posted 3, that was the game where the Pacers lost by 51. Didn't get a ton of minutes that game. That game was, again, over at halftime. So, and also it's a terrible matchup. So here you got a lot of things working for us here. Bruce Brown, great matchup without Hallie. He's going to have to score the ball a little bit. The Pacers are fairly deep at the guard position, but now with Hallie out, that definitely is going to allow more opportunity for Bruce Brown to get up at least 10-plus shots is what I'm anticipating for him. And honestly, I think this is a nice value spot. Now, I'm not going to officially play this, but I could recommend it to you. Bruce Brown is plus 700 odds on FanDuel to get 20-plus points. Now, I think that's a great value play if you guys want to go for something higher. But here, guys, Wizards allowing the most points to small forward. The small forward's the 8th most points to shooting guard. So wherever Brown lines up, he can play a little bit of both, small forward or shooting guard. He's got great matchups there. And I think he'll be able to take advantage of that and score. Now, I was trying to think of a guy that could create for himself. Bruce Brown could do a little bit of that. He could shoot. He's got a nice little skill set, I think, to get this line done, particularly without Hallie. Last meeting versus the Wizards at home this year, he had 24 points. That was earlier in the season. Now, that was with Halliburton, but I think without him, he's going to even get more opportunities to cash this over. Like I said, over in also 2 out of his last 3 games, and that was even with Halliburton. So he's coming back from injury. So this is his 4th game back. So looking for his minutes to continue to climb, and also with Hallie out, it's a nice spot for him. So love it there for our number 4 pick. We got Bruce Brown over 11.5 points here for the Indiana Pacers, minus 115 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 5, guys, we got Jamal Murray under 23.5 points here for the Denver Nuggets, minus 115 odds on Bet365. So Murray, guys, under in 5 out of his last 10 games, but 7 out of his last 10 under on the road. Under in 4 out of his last 5 games versus the Utah Jazz, including both games in Utah. With logs of just 12 and 20. So I like seeing that. For the season, guys, he's 75% to the under. So he hasn't been scoring the ball as much. Looks like everyone is ready to go here for the Nuggets. You know, Gordon, Porter Jr., Jokic, all those guys are going to play. So obviously Murray's not going to have to score the ball a ton like that. And Jazz guys actually very good versus the point guard position, allowing the second fewest points to point guards. You really wouldn't think it because the Jazz overall, you don't think of them as being a great defensive team, but they defend the point guard position actually very well. He has a negative 2.14 points projection on props.cash as well. So it's another one where I feel like we're in the money on this one. And definitely expecting Murray to go under. So love it there, guys, for number 5 pick. We got Jamal Murray under 23.5 points here for the Denver Nuggets, minus 115 odds on Bet365. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Couple quick notes. Make sure you guys follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Like I said, I post a lot of additional stuff on there. Added plays are sometimes easier to see on those sites, particularly on Twitter. Twitter, I'm very active on there. TikTok, we post up a lot of ladder challenges. So a lot of different things going on all of our sites. So be sure to check that out. Like I said, at Straight Fire Picks for all that. And then, like I said, if you guys are interested in getting the plays early, you can check out our Straight Fire MVP program. Like I said, it's about the cost of a coffee, $3.99 a month. And that's really, if you guys are doing great, like, hey, I want to give back a little bit, it's a great way to do that, and also to get a little bit of value by getting picks early. Like I said, we had a lot of line movement actually yesterday. Between Sabonis actually moved in a good direction for us. So, pre-game, I felt like we were on the right side of that. His line moved down to 22.5. And like I said, Smart moved all the way up to 16.5. So a lot of those lines ended up moving, which was kind of interesting. But anyway, other than that, guys, it's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Let's get a 5-0 sweep. We'll have day 2 of our ladder challenge up later. Until then, we will catch you next time. Peace out.